Hi, I'd like to speak about how to set up a chessboard to begin a game of chess, the correct setup. Um, in each player's lower right hand corner, the bottom right hand corner of the board, it must be a white color square. If it's black, just flipping the board. If the lower right hand corner is a black square, the board is set up incorrectly. It must be a white colour here. In your lower right hand corner, the board must be a white square for both players. Okay, to start with, we'll start with the rooks, castles, towers. They're the same piece, but their technical name is rook. So we place a rook in the corners. There's four rooks in four corners. Oh, and it doesn't matter for casual players, but tournament players have 1 and 2 at their end for white, and the black side has 7 and 8 at their end in tournaments. But for casual chess, it doesn't matter. It's the reason the numbers and letters are on the board are for recording the moves. They can write down the moves as they're played in tournaments. Yeah, so we'll put the four rooks in the four corners of the board. So again, white has 1 and 2 at their end, and black has 7 and 8 at their end in tournaments. Next we have the knights. They go next to the rooks, next to the corners. Hard to show the whole board on my phone all at once. So the knights go next to the corners. A lot of casual players set the chessboard up incorrectly. So it's good to know how to set it up before starting a game. Then we have the bishop. Bishops go next to the centre and next to the knights, in between the knights and the centre. Bishop goes next to the knight. The king goes on the opposite colour to himself. A lot of casual players think that the king goes on his colour, but no, the king goes on the opposite colour. So a white king goes on a black square, and a black king goes on a white square. So the kings are aligned, and they start on the opposite colour to themselves. That's where they stand. Also about the lower right hand corner being a light square, not dark. It's done that way so that the kings and queens start on the correct starting position. If the lower right hand corner is a dark square, the kings and queens will start on the wrong starting positions. So the queen goes on her colour, not the king. White queen, white square. Black queen, black square. So queen on her colour. And then we have the pawns. We just line them up. In front of the pieces. Just trying to pick up the pawn, rattling it around, dropping it. It's the 8th pawn. We have 8 pawns each, so the total is 16 pawns. 8 white pawns, 8 black pawns. So this is what the correct starting position looks like. Well, that's a good way to hold the phone while recording. I didn't think of that. So I got the pawns lined up in front of the pieces. Pawns are technically not pieces, according to a lot of tournament players. Pawns are just, I don't know how to describe them, but you just pick them up and move them. Whereas pieces are everything but the pawn in technical terminology for chess. So the rooks go in the corners of the board at the start, and this is the correct starting position. Queen on her colour, not the king. White queen, white square. Black queen, black square at the start. King on the opposite colour to himself. And each player has a white or light square in the bottom right hand corner of the board when setting up and playing. Thanks for watching. Bye.